Hi everyone, I'm MaryAnn. I'm a voice coach and visual artist from Singapore, currently in Singapore, and welcome to another installment of my weekly vlog series, Find Your Voice. So this is where I share what I'm learning in my journey as an everyday singer, as a voice coach, as a singing instructor, as someone who is all about expressing myself in the most authentic and truest way possible. And ultimately, I believe that this whole journey is also about finding your capital V voice, which is whatever that thing is that you are called to express over the course of your life, in the way you live your life, in the actions that you take, in the vocation that you have, in the calling that you have, in your dreams, in creating a worthy and meaningful purpose for yourself. And by working on our physical voice and improving our expression in that area, we also directly impact the way we express ourselves through the way we live our lives, such that we can live something that is more authentic and truer to who we are as a person, and ultimately live the best life that only you can live. So if you have questions about this, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can also write to me through any of the links which you see in the write-ups attached to these videos. So this week I want to share about nursery rhymes and why they are such amazing exercises for singing, or even just songs for singing if you are a beginner singer. And if you're a more experienced singer, nursery rhymes would serve well as kind of warm-up exercises for you to get ready to get your voice ready to be able to sing whatever repertoire you are currently working on. I know when it comes to nursery rhymes, a lot of adults will be like, what? I'm like a grown-up and you want me to sing nursery rhymes? Like, this sounds so strange. And a lot of times when we start singing nursery rhymes too, we feel this like, uneasiness and uncomfortableness because we keep thinking that, they're meant for kids. So why am I singing like kids songs, right? But I promise you, when you get over that initial awkwardness, nursery rhymes are really that there's so much benefit to singing nursery rhymes. In this video, I'm going to focus more on a beginner singer, someone who maybe has not really sung for most of their life, or maybe they did when they were younger and they haven't sung for many years and now they want to pick it up again. So nursery rhymes are a great place to start singing. So first of all, nursery rhymes are really easy to learn. Not all of them, of course, but most of them. They have a very repetitive melody, and the words themselves are also easy to pick up. So there's a reason why they're called nursery rhymes, because you sing them during your nursery years and when you're in kindergarten. And the process of singing nursery rhymes allows you to pick up language skills. It also trains your hearing and listening and your ability to replicate whatever it is that you're hearing. So there's some musical training involved in there as well. Nursery rhymes are easy in the first place because for kids learning language and for kids learning how to sing and learning music, you can't give them something that's too difficult. And so because they're easy, they're a really great place to start singing again. With more, complicated songs by your favorite singers, they tend to have more complex rhythms. The lyrics themselves might be a bit tricky to navigate when it comes to, the pairing with the melody. And sometimes when you're a beginner singer, you may not have developed that sense of musicality, and your listening skills when it comes to music may not be that strong yet. It can get very discouraging when you're not able to sing your favorite songs. So starting with nursery rhymes allows you to pick up the basics of music pretty quickly. It also allows you to learn the basics when it comes to singing, like rhythm, like pitch, like melody, and pairing of the words with the melody. All of these things would be worked on when you practice singing nursery rhymes. So if you're just starting to sing again, there's no shame in it at all. Like, go for it. Like, pick a few nursery rhymes, go on YouTube and listen to them and learn how to sing them. And I promise you that that will go a long way in you learning how to sing, rather than you trying to sing one of the songs by your favorite bands, which are chances are more difficult. The second reason why nursery rhymes are a great place to start is because they are not very long. Oftentimes, there's usually like the first verse of the nursery rhyme that everyone knows, and then sometimes some of these nursery rhymes have more verses after that. Like, for example, Old MacDonald, he has many different animals on his farm, right? So each of the verse would have a new animal each time. But ultimately, the standard verse of the song, the standard verse of the nursery rhyme, it's pretty repetitive. And just singing that one verse over and over again actually allows you to train certain fundamental abilities of singing over and over again. Compared to if you were to sing like, a song by your favorite artist, which normally lasts around 3 minutes or 4 minutes, even though yes, verses and choruses do repeat, but again, it's not repetitive in the same way that a nursery rhyme is repetitive. So nursery rhymes, they are very short. They take like 30 seconds to go through that one verse before it repeats again. And when you're practicing the same verse over and over again for 30 seconds at a time, you actually get a lot more done than if you are repeating a song from beginning to end, like, that last 3 minutes. So nursery rhymes don't take up as much time, and you get a lot more practice for your voice and for your music abilities and for your music training and learning than if you were to sing a 3-minute long song. The third reason why nursery rhymes are a great place to start singing again is because it allows you to connect to that part of you when you were a child, learning how to sing these nursery rhymes when you were in nursery or kindergarten. Even though you may not intellectually remember it, emotionally there is still some sort of resonance there. There is still some sort of connection there. And when you sing nursery rhymes now as an adult, what happens is that psychologically and emotionally, it is reconnecting you to that part of your life when you were a child. And when you're a child, you're more authentically yourself. Because when we were younger, we didn't have so much imprint of the world and of the grown-ups around us and of society and of the culture that we grew up in. We don't have as much of that yet. And so, when you look at children and they're very free in their expression, a lot of times they are just authentically being who they are. So when we sing nursery rhymes, it allows us to reconnect to a much younger time in our life, which also means that you're reconnecting to a more authentic version of yourself. Provided, of course, that you can get past that initial awkwardness of singing nursery rhymes and really just immerse yourself in singing it and, embracing singing the nursery rhyme and fully going all out and singing it like how a kid would. And not think about, are my neighbors listening to me, and do they think I'm strange for singing nursery rhymes? Once you get past that initial awkwardness and you can just sing the nursery rhyme for what it is and enjoy the process of singing it, it allows you to connect to a more authentic part of yourself. And this is something that is key when it comes to our ability to express ourselves, because the more authentic we are in our expression, the more powerful and impactful we can reach the people that we're trying to connect with. And this is an essential part of why we're even working on our voice and expression in the first place, because ultimately you want to be able to connect with people who matter to you. You want to be able to create impact in the things that you say. You want to be able to deliver a presentation at work or deliver a powerful speech that can move others and move your audience. And a huge part of that is emotional connection, which ultimately still links back to, are we even connected to who we are in the first place? Are we even comfortable with who we are in the first place? And so the practice of singing nursery rhymes, part of that also allows you to get over that awkwardness, because it gets you past that fixation on I'm an adult, I shouldn't be singing nursery rhymes, and gets you comfortable with being a more authentic version of yourself as a result. So to recap, 3 reasons why nursery rhymes are a great place for a beginner singer to start singing, or for someone who has not sang for many years to start singing again. First of all, they're really easy to learn, and you're not going to take a lot of time or struggle trying to learn them and to get them right and to master them, compared to if you sang a song from your favorite artist, which is going to be more difficult and you might actually get more discouraged. So singing an easier song actually gives you more confidence in your singing abilities, because it's easier to get it right rather than singing something that's more complex. Secondly, because that one verse of a nursery rhyme lasts maybe 30 seconds, so you can get a lot more practice and a lot more training out of repeating that 30 seconds over and over again versus singing a 3-minute long song and repeating that from beginning to end. And finally, because you may have sang nursery rhymes when you were in kindergarten, when you were in nursery, it allows you to connect back psychologically with that version of you back then, who is more authentic, who is more free in your expression, who is a lot more truer version of yourself. And this has a spillover effect in terms of your ability to express yourself more authentically, because when you get more connected to a more freer side of you as you express yourself, that allows you to become more authentic and more impactful and more emotionally connected when you're expressing yourself in your life today. So if you have enjoyed today's video, subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can also write to me through any of the links which you see in the write-ups attached to these videos, and I will see you next week.